Thank you very, very much. I could not be luckier. You know, the very best thing about this is the bridge. You know? And that's how much the bridge speaks to this city. That it's everywhere. Art is very complicated because we all will see it differently. We will all feel different. We will all comment different. We will, some people might say you held that upside down. Usually in professional sports, part of the championship celebration and giftery to the players, coaches, and some staff is championship rings.
Ladies and gentlemen, 6th episode or 6th guest, Brian. How's it going, Brian?
It's going great. Thank you very, very much for having me. This is great. This is fun. This is exciting. First time, so I'm going through the motions and looking forward to it.
That's awesome. Yeah, before starting this podcast, I was sure this is gonna be the easiest podcast recording because we always having a chat in your apartment or we are going out or in a restaurant. We're always having an easygoing chat. So I think in this podcast for me would be much more easier. And the last time when Adam was here, he also recommended me. I think I was acting too formal, but he is a mayor, so I couldn't act him like he's like my friend. So I saw the video also, but I agree with him. I was kind of too formal, but now I'm really more chill because you're my friend. We're always having a lot of chats, so it's much easier for me. Yeah. Excellent.
That's I'm great to provide that comfort, and that's a wonderful thing on both sides.
Yeah.
I'm very comfortable as well.
Cool. Because you have a really cool mindset and sometimes nice answers you totally think differently. For example, when people recently, for example, I'm gonna stop talking about the bridge and the sidewalk, which getting so viral these days. Many people were asking for a sidewalk bridge, but some of them was not agree by having a sidewalk, but you directly put it on the comment, no sidewalk needed, but we need, for example, something else. We are gonna ended up talking about that. It's not on our agenda right now, but it's just upcoming. We are gonna talk about that sidewalk and your idea and your opinion. But I know you are, when I came to your house, you have a lot of rings that you are collecting. What are those rings for?
Those are championship rings, usually in professional sports, part of the championship celebration and giftery to the players, coaches, and some staff is championship rings. Wow. The great thing about the rings is you cannot buy them. These are designed by the team for that specific year, so it'll have your name, have a very specific design to that team that year, and it's a one-of-a-kind gift, and it truly is a great piece that will make you remember what you were a part of winning a championship in that particular year for that team, that city, that you will take with you forever in your storytelling. And what I have at home was done by Coors Light for the National Baseball, MLB, for all the teams that have won the championships. And then, there's 22 teams that have won, and then recently another team won that has not won. They've won for the first time ever, so they have now to add a ring to that. Okay. So I'm looking forward to hopefully getting that ring added to the collection.
That's good collection. You have a so valuable collection. They look so good. So we started talking about the sport, and you were mentioning. I was thinking it's nice to also talk about hockey teams that we have also here in Miramichi. Since I'm not a citizen yet, I still didn't pick the hockey team for myself, but I would love to do. So I'm exploring all teams, watching all hockey hockey games. Went to Moncton all the time. Whenever the Miramichi team have any like a competition here, I'm going for watching. Because I remember for the first time when my brother got his citizenship, someone commented under his post that now you are a Canadian and you need to pick up a team. So that's why I'm getting myself ready for the next year or next 2 years. I'm becoming a citizen. I can pick a good team. So what is your team like in Canada?
Originally, coming to Canada, landing in Toronto, I am a homer. So obviously it was the Toronto Maple Leafs, anything Toronto. A lot of downs. We hope that this is a great year this year, 2025. Things are looking good. So, we'll start with Toronto.
Okay.
Maple Leafs as the team. And hockey is Canadian. And if you apply for that permanent residence and that citizenship, you are telling the world that you are now Canadian and you want to be Canadian, and hockey is definitely a part of that.
Right, yeah, that's a great thing to do, and I think it's amazing. It's so much fun. I'm sure in Iran even we have a hockey team, but I have never watched it before. We have an ice surface. I went for ice skating. I saw the pictures of the teams, but I never went to watch any games. But of course, absolutely, it's like a very Canadian game, and most of the people love it, especially in like some special games. They get together in the bars, restaurants, and that's totally. I love sports because of that. That it bring people together. You can have fun. And in some countries, unfortunately, they mix up political stuff with the sports, which is not nice. But here, I've never seen like so far any political stuff into any games, which is so nice. But since it's bringing people together, I love it. I just love see people happy, dancing, being glad that their team won. Sometimes they might even like get sad because their team is losing. But I think, as you said, in Miramichi also had a championship, right? Recently. Yes,
this year. I think their hockey team won the championship here at home, actually, which was a great thing. Great for the Civic Arena and the businesses around there. I know they had a great night, and it was great for all of us. We all had a great night. We were all cheering. Everyone who attended had a great time. And, and who did not attend, we all knew the game was happening. We all talked about it. We all waited for the results. So it was definitely exciting, definitely fun.
Did you go in person or watch it online?
I was driving that night.
Oh, you were driving. Okay, yeah, it's okay. Yeah, because I personally, I think I was not even in Miramichi, but I was keep watching people's reels on Instagram and on the Facebook. It was so cool. And the day after at the Rewind 95 Ryan, I saw the what they call it. They go by cars around.
The parade.
The parade, yes.
Yes, the championship parade.
The championship parade. It was so cool. It's a big achievement, right?
Yes. Winning is a great achievement because you're battling, and to come out on top every day until the next season, you are a winner. You've accomplished your goals.
Yeah.
And there is no better feeling in life than having success, being successful, and awaiting the next challenge of the next year. Every other team and every other player have sort of mixed emotions of anger, regret, what could I have done differently to maybe win?
Yep.
But you have smile, joy, happiness. You are the champion. So there is no better feeling.
Yeah. Besides all of that feeling, they probably get more sponsorship. They can have a better quality and facilities to practice better. And the more, the better, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. And facilities here are growing. Definitely, this is not a small city. It might have started off as a small city, but this will slowly turn into 2 small cities because there is a beautiful river that runs right through them. So, and then it will be two large cities that act as one.
Yep, absolutely. For now, I would love it to see it as a one city just called Miramichi. Yeah. I don't like it to see it as a two city, but if one day either side, both sides will grow in a good way that each of them can be a city, that's also amazing. But
Yes.
they are all also still part of the history of Miramichi.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. It is one beautiful city.
Yeah.
But deep down to the locals that live here, it's always what side of the river are you on, or what side of the river are you from?
Oh yeah, that's true. I heard that story a lot around. And for the second episode, we had Sean McCarthy also. He also mentioned about that. One time with Sean McCarthy, he had a tour in Chatham area. He was talking about Chatham area and the people who used to live there, the building, and he gave us a lot of stories about that Chatham area and the Newcastle area, and those stories were so cool. So I'm sure when the summer is coming, they are gonna have more tours so people can go and enjoy those tours, and while they are entertaining, they can learn too. And anyway, do you fish?
I do. I enjoy it. I only like to catch what I can keep. I don't want any fish that's too big to bite my hook. Just leave it alone. If you're too small, leave it alone. So that fish that's in the right size of 19 3/4 inches to 25 3/4 can be right there, and you're coming with me.
Do you need to have a specific size a specific size of fish, a specific size of the lure? Do you need to get the specific size of fish? Do you think doesn't matter?
You know what? As I experiment down another 2 or 3 years, I might be able to answer you that.
Okay.
But right now, I'm still playing around with what works. I take in all the intake of information from the locals, of what works, what doesn't work, from color to size to how to act, how to do this, what. I'm still learning.
But there's a lot of out there. Anybody say something differently. Some people saying, for example, the color doesn't matter. Tide and high tide or low tide doesn't matter. Some people say, oh, it matters. It's helped you to navigate better. Should I go to the middle island fishing or go into the loggy wheel, or what type of hook? But the most important thing that the people should, especially the people who are new to the city or the country, they can know about it, that they really need to follow the regulations and the bylaw and the rules, because the officer came to me one time, and I know the rules that you need to pinch your hook, and I know the reason, because you can't keep all the fishes, right? If it is small or too big, you need to leave them. But if you have two hooks and you are not able to, it will be much harder. You're going to damage the fish.
Yes.
If you want to take it out. For that reason, you really need to make sure that it's pinched. If it's not pinched, I think the fine is more than 300, 400.
The fine is not worth it, because the most important point is you're recognizing that you are damaging the fish by trying to get a barbed hook out. Pinch your barb, understand why you're doing it, and rules are rules, right? Rules are there to protect the fish, and you should be in compliance of that. Help the city grow, understand that we are doing what's right. So pinch the barb and take home between 50 to 65 centimeters. It's all yours.
Yeah, that makes sense. What is the maximum fish you catch in one day?
The maximum amount of fish that I've caught in one day. Wow. I'm repeating your question because I'm buying time to think.
Yeah, that's what I was doing during the English exam. I was repeating the question, okay.
So I would say probably about 10.
Okay.
And out of the 10, 2 were a keeper. And that day happened to be at Logieville Wharf. And it's weird because 10 seems like, for some people, a small number, and for some people it might be a large number, but for me it was a large number in a small amount of time.
Okay.
You know, I was only there maybe 40 minutes.
Wow.
And I was lined up along the wharf with maybe 10 other people, and they were all coming in. Everybody
Every
was,
cast.
was just, and
crazy.
it was just a great day.
Yeah.
I've also had great success at Nielsen, the old wharf at Nielsen. Quite a few there, and for me, more keepers are there.
In Nelson?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I think. Yeah. Most of I don't know how are they traveling, or they are all at the same time everywhere, or at that high tide or low tide really matters. I would love to, like, I hope, like, if anybody knows better than me or have better, like, valid information, I would love they comment it.
Yes.
So I can learn
Yes.
more, and other people can use their experiences too. So, but anyway, my max is 16. It was a couple days ago. That's where
Excellent.
I
That's
broke
very good.
Alex Rock. But I went to market, I got a new one, and so yeah. But it's totally different also when you wear the wader and go into the water and casting and try to catch
Yes.
fish. It's much easier and you catch more. And one time I also went to the what is the beside the mountain Sackville? No. Shediac. I went to
yes.
Shediac and I catch, like, one day it was like 5 of us. I think we got a lot of fish, like
Nice,
200
nice.
maybe something.
Wow,
It's
very
big,
good.
big number. Yeah.
Very good.
But we went with the boat, so we were in the
Ah.
middle. So there was
Okay.
a lot of them. Yeah. Yeah, that's the fishing is a Miramichi sport now, and beside if the hockey is a Canadian sport, if the hockey is a Canadian sport, fishing is a Miramichi sport too. Like
Yes. One tournament that they have here is definitely speaks volumes on that, because the amount of tourists, the amount of outsiders from all over the United States, Canada, Eastern Canada, Southern Canada that comes here is proof of how big that tournament is and how great the river is.
Yeah, I think around maybe 300 to 50 boats at
Yes.
the same time going to the river. But I heard that sometimes some of them, they are not lucky to catch even one. I heard those stories. I'm not sure if it's true or not, but that's crazy. Come for a tournament not catching anything.
I was lucky one morning to be driving by Richie's Wharf and saw all what was happening. So, got curious and interested, kind of pulled over, came out. They were about 5 minutes away from starting. And so I watched the full start, and it's so big that they have to have 3 starts, because you can't start that many boats all at once. So they'll have a certain amount start, and then I think 15 minutes or 20 minutes later, they'll have a second group start, and then later they'll have a third group start, another 15 minutes. So what was incredible to me was everybody gets into position, and then the starter's pistol go, and then the roar. And if I'm a fish, I'm not staying around. The roar that goes on when everybody fires up their boat and they got that area and that spot that they want to get to.
That makes sense.
So I'm not surprised that there's a few boats that are not getting any.
Right, yeah, that makes sense. You do know about the process? I honestly don't know. I know out there are some YouTube videos that I can go search, but do you know how the tournament works? What's the game on? Size, weight, or?
Simply guessing again.
Okay.
If anyone knows more, please let us know. But guessing is you're after the biggest fish, the heaviest fish, biggest fish. From my understanding, you keep them alive and you bring them in for weighing and measuring, and then they send them back down a chute into the river.
Okay, yeah.
Now that's what I understand.
Yeah, that was honestly my question, because if they are doing it by size and then we have a size limit for keeping the fish, what's the situation? Are they gonna, just because of the tournament, they are gonna like ignore the rules for that specific time, or they are gonna, as you said, probably they are gonna keep it alive maybe?
Well, for the tournament, it's just for the tournament. You're fishing for the tournament, so you're after the biggest fish, size-wise, weight-wise. You bring it to the judges, they do the measurements, and then bang, right back into the river. So I don't think anyone's keeping any fish who's entered the tournament.
Yeah, that's cool. I love fishing. It's just so cool and so satisfying when you're casting. Beside that satisfaction when you catch a fish, it's totally addictive because you keep getting award and award. Beside that, even if you are not catching anything, it's just so beautiful in Miramichi River, overlooking at the bridge. Sometimes if you are like into the middle island or even going Luggyville, out other side of the river, all of those woods, especially during sunset.
Yes.
Red sunset, it's just beautiful. It gives you
It
a good
is.
feeling.
It is. And for all the wonderful people who are listening, watching, able to have a chance to get into the river, I would say I've started steaming the fish in the oven, and then once it's sort of 90% complete steamed, I take it out, I take the skin off, and I remove the flesh from the bones, and then I pan sear it with some onions and mushrooms and different seasons and herbs and this and that, because you just find different ways to cook the fish, and that's been a great way, because every time I do it, I can do it different. Right? Different cultures of seasoning, different cultures of spices, herbs, everything like that. So it's a wonderful thing to challenge yourself, to learn to do different things with it. And that's been my challenge to myself, which I've had great times, eating.
You are a good cook too.
I'm sorry, it shows.
Anyway, you talked about this tournament that can affect the tourism industry a lot. Do you know what else is a good one? We had this chat before together, that's why I want to bring it up very quickly. It was not on our agenda or topic today, but the Pava here in Miramichi is another one. Like one of the biggest one was the tournament, the fishing tournament in Miramichi. The another one is the Pava that, for example, my brother lives in Moncton, and it's a personal opinion. He hardly saw that indigenous community being active and have those kind of the power that we have here in Miramichi. Probably they have, but Shayan didn't get a chance to go for it. But I invited him and some other of my friends from Moncton to here, and we went for the power, that indigenous event, and they were so pumped and they were so amazed by their culture, colors, and their traditions. It was so beautiful. So each time we are going, especially when the Canada Day happening, they do the sunrise ceremony in the morning, and they keep the fire on all the way until the night. I think they keep the fire from the last night before the Canada Day also, and they do more like dancing all day in the Chatham area in the waterfront park. And it's a great event for the city of Miramichi that is happening every year, and bring all people from all over the New Brunswick to Miramichi to have that.
Yes. 34 years in Toronto. 34 years in Toronto. Never, ever been a part of anything like that.
Seriously.
A powwow or any kind of homage to the indigenous people. Never been a part of it, never seen it, until coming here, and you get wowed. It is called a powwow for a reason, because it does wow you.
Yep.
It absolutely breathtakingly takes you back, because you realize this is how the world started. Like, this is how we survived. This is how we found life. This is how we transformed into where we are today. and then it takes you back into your own culture, that somewhere in your own culture there are indigenous kind of people, because we weren't always like this with our cars and shirts and whether we're going to walk the bridge or drive the bridge. We weren't always like that. We started from basic life, and it's such a great thing to be a part of, to witness. It was very incredible for me.
Yeah, I think whoever are like any part of the world or any part of the country for the Pava, they really need to come here to Miramichi and visit this and enjoy. It's so enjoyable. They have really cool culture about they really do care about the spirit, their
Yes.
spirits, and like they have like a pathway for this spirits that they believe is coming, and they do their dancing around
Yes,
in a circle, playing their drums, and at the end they also again like flag parade, and then from the same way that they came, I think their spirit goes out, and they are going from the same entrance going out too. They have a lot of like dancing, colors, food, and like they also have a lot of booth around that selling indigenous handcrafts
Yes,
and
yes.
clothes also. It's very nice.
Yeah, it's great, and it's a reminder of we're humans, and we had to survive our way from back then to today.
Yep.
We had to feed ourselves, we had to clothe ourselves, we had to get through the winters. It really takes you back as to who we are as humans.
Yeah. Let's go and talk a little more about challenging topics here in Miramichi. But before the time for challenge, yes. Before we get to that, we had Adam the last time here, and we talk about the multiplex also, I think. And that's also a great asset which is coming and adding to the cities. It's so big and it's amazing. Have you heard about the multiplex for sure, right?
I've heard about it. I kind of have an understanding of what it's going to provide for the people. It's a great thing. It's wonderful for the young generation that's coming up to know that they'll have a facility to, practice their craft, play their craft. It's great for the city of Miramichi that their teams are going to be now lodged out of there. It's going to be their home building, and it will definitely be a wow factor for visiting teams to come in and look around and be ooh and ah, and before you know it, they lose the game and they got to go home. That's that's what we're after here, is the wow factor.
Yeah, I'm sure. But yeah, I totally like it. I hoping there is a lot of challenges that some people, it's all about the money and the public participation and needs. Sometimes, so moving from the multiplex, which I'm sure beside all of its benefit, it has its own challenges by the consequences that might happen to the other facilities here in Miramichi, that they might get closed, and challenges keep coming. You fix something, another challenge is started. But the public participation and the public ideas, and if they share their concern and their comments with maybe sometimes a solution that can help the city council and the city manager, mayors, or whoever are involved, even if it is a federal project or the provincial project, they can help them. But were you going to say something? Sorry.
Yeah, you're sort of asking or talking about these buildings that will be there, left in the community, and kind of, I guess we would have to have them inspected and engineeringly looked at as to what can we do with them, how great, the land will always be great, right? You can always break it down and build something, and all of a sudden you have new.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, there's lots that can be done with the building, right? If it's expensive to upkeep the ice, you can maybe change one facility into an indoor tennis facility, indoor badminton. You know, you can endear the school of the local high school and the local colleges that are here to have indoor facilities of other sports that the kids can go and practice their craft. And you know, the next number one tennis player could come out of Miramichi if we provide a court, right? And there's no reason why we can't take an old hockey arena and convert it into other things if the ice is very expensive to upkeep.
Yep. Yeah, that's true. And I'm sure the our politicians and our leaders are really open to the conversations, and also in a respectful way, but not a positive way, you know.
Well,
you don't need to be positive when you are standing or like fighting for something. But it's just like you're sharing your concern, even if it is negative, towards that goal that you are talking about, or towards that project that you are. For example, about the recently talking about, I'm going to switch the topic to the sidewalk and the bridge that we are going to have. Some people were asking me to stay positive, be part of the solution, in the case that I'm positive for my city, because I'm standing for my city, that make sure the bridge is going to have the sidewalk. And many other leaders, each parties, doesn't matter, both liberals and the conservative, they show their respect to the people, and also their belief was, both of them, they want this sidewalk happen. But by asking people staying positive and be part of a solution, we can't stay positive, we can't stay respectful, but we have to share our concern. We want that. And doesn't matter one person using that sidewalk or 10 person using that sidewalk. When we need something, and it's not only for Miramichiers. When I shared the post on my Facebook, it went super viral, more than like 150 times shares. And the people in Moncton, a couple nights ago, I was in Moncton, and they came to me and reached out to me. Thank you for sharing the post about the sidewalk. I was like, what's the matter, like, with you? Like, you are living in Moncton. She said, it matters because we are their neighbor. If something happening right here in Miramichi, it might happen tomorrow in Moncton. If they don't stand for us too, if they don't support, that's the next one. They are gonna be the next one. Yeah, so it's very important. The bicycles, some people biking, and there's a lot of people using that sidewalk, and for sure we need it. It's good that we even. I'm always like ambitious, coming up with the lighting up the bridge, and why not even like they said, for example, our mayor said, I know probably he got like frustrated fighting a lot for a sidewalk, and then they suddenly say, for example, no sidewalk, there will be some spaces only on the side beside the road. But it is also important that why not, as you for example mentioned before, why not thinking ambitious, like why not having a $50 million sidewalk? That's also a thing. That's not my idea. My idea is just a sidewalk. We need a sidewalk, not the $50 million.
The thing is, you know, 20 years ago, $1 million was a lot of money. Today it's not. And that's how it goes. $50 million today seems like a lot of money. 25 years from now, it won't be. It's not the money, it's the service. At the end of the day, we have a job to do, and that is provide a service to the public. Now you can tell me 1 person or 9 person, only one uses the bridge daily. And I'll tell you, that number is because the bridge is very dangerous. If the bridge was properly executed with its own stage of sidewalks, I'm sure we'd have 50 people cross that bridge a day.
Absolutely. Yes.
Right? So It's dangerous to have someone walk beside a transport truck going 80 or 90. So what's the solution? The solution is we take away the right to walk across the bridge or to get across the bridge? No. What's the solution? Well, there could be 5 other solutions. You could have an enclosed sidewalk. You could have a cable car. You could have a sidewalk extending outside of the bridge. You could provide back and forth transport across.
Yeah.
You can shuttle, right? There are solutions. But if money is going to be the roadblock for these solutions, today's money is not tomorrow's life. The people making the decision need to understand it's not their decision for them. It's the future of the city. It's the lifeline of the city that one side, somebody can get from one side to the other. And we're able to provide that service. Is the solution a sidewalk to walk beside trucks? No,
No,
that's
no.
not it. The solution could be one of 5 things. But don't make money the roadblock. Because 25 years from now, it won't matter.
Yeah.
That money won't mean anything. When that bridge was constructed, forgive me, I don't know the year. When that bridge was constructed, I'm sure there's many challenges that they had. Why do we need a bridge like that? Look at that bridge. Why? But you know what? That bridge has become the staple picture of this city. When you show this city and you show the sunset and you show the great fishing and you show this and that and that and this, the bridge is included. So that's my outlook on that.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's a great statement because that was big. That part of your video is gonna go super viral. You're the next president of Miramichi. Anyway, but that's exactly how it is. One day someone came up with this idea and design, say let's build that bridge, and that bridge became our part of symbol of the Miramichi. Everybody knows us. Beside the salmon, they know us because of this bridge. The Centennial Bridge was made because of the 100 years of the Canada anniversary, and so it is amazing. Now it became part of a symbol. They can't remove it because they were supposed to do that. They were going to totally remove it, and instead of the renovation, they were going to build another bridge like the one in the Newcastle area, which connecting Chatham Head to the Newcastle, totally flat, with the sidewalk, without anything else. But this is now part of our symbol. Miramichi without this is like a Canadian flag without maple leaf. It's not gonna happen without this bridge here. So anyway.
What I can say is the next 8 to 10 months will be very interesting. What the choices are made, who does what, and how everything plays out. So I'm curious.
Mention something that the DTI department, or like, I don't know, whatever happened for this bridge is becoming so political. So there are a lot of political stuff behind it probably too, which is happening, which I personally don't know. I'm not a politician, but that shouldn't happen. This is just a sidewalk. As I said, I don't want to waste my time standing for a simple sidewalk. I want to fight for the lighting it.
Let a double shingle tractor trailer come over that bridge, shake it up, and damage something. They'll learn quickly what they should have done.
Yeah, that also makes much more sense, because we don't have to wait something happen for someone and then start acting. We need to prevent. Yep. Anyway, one of our tradition in our podcast is we are asking our guests, who would you like to see in this podcast? We can invite them and having a chat that you would enjoy watching that show.
I would like to see Niger. Yes.
I think I know Niger.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay. I would like to hear him comment on his views of coming from Minnesota to Niagara Falls to Miramichi.
Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. Well, we would love to hear about his journey, how he ended up, because it's more interesting. I came from Iran right into Miramichi.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Miramichi was my first city, kind of second city, but my first city that I settled because
Right.
I stayed here. I went to Moncton first. But for the people like you and, as you said, Niger, that come to Canada, go to a bigger city like Toronto or Niagara Falls, and then they decide to change the city, come to Miramichi, that's totally another story. Like I have my own story, come
Yes.
from a big city, well-developed city, a great city, beautiful one, cool country, coming to Miramichi, and then staying here and loving it, and you coming from the other one to like another big cities in
Yeah.
Canada, and then to coming to the Miramichi. Sure, I will definitely invite him. And another part is the business shout out, and we try to support local businesses, not even local, it can be any businesses that need
Yes.
help. We want to be their voices too, because we are gonna probably, if I'm sure the public is supporting this program, and if this program having more subscribers on YouTube and more likes and comments and more views, more audience, we can be the voice of some of the local businesses.
Yes, and I would like to shout out all the local coffee and chocolate shops, and they are very spread out. There's one right here on Wellington Street, across from the Petro. There is two in the square in Newcastle.
Do you know the name of the one in Chatham? Because I don't remember that.
No, I don't know the name.
You don't know the name, but do you know the address? I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna put their logo or the address just right on the editing.
Okay.
But that's good to know. The chocolate shops. Here,
Coffee and chocolate. There's one right on Pleasant Street, behind the Sobeys. There is one in the square, and then there's Mill Cove Coffee.
Do you know,
You know.
Alex? Can you take their names out for us if you can? Yeah, so we can continue until you find it.
Sobeys, there's Calico Cafe.
Calico Cafe.
Yes.
Yeah, Calico.
That's Sobeys in Newcastle.
Yes.
Yeah. So all the local, coffee shops that have natural, different coffee. Everyone's used to Timmy's and Starbucks, but this is local coffee where they're brewed. It's still the same coffee beans from, different parts of the world, but the hands that create the coffee are a little different.
Yeah.
Right? And their snacks. The muffins are different. The whipped cream is different. The chocolate is different. Everything has a flavor or a touch of something else.
Absolutely.
Business shout outs. Williston's Auto. For anyone newcomer coming in looking for, affordability vehicles, something that they can work with. I know the people there, Frank, Ruth, DJ, Ronnie, and Sid do a great job, and
I know a name.
they will definitely take care of you. Wonderful people, great place. Also shout out the Herberts family for what they've accomplished with the recycling here in Miramichi.
The one right beside your house.
Beside me, also in the just the entire family.
Oh, okay, okay.
This I think was 2 generations ago that started this, right? So
That's amazing.
the fact that they're here continuing, and I would like to say to newcomers, the only thing we recycled in Ontario that we took was alcohol. But here it's a lot more. It's much more. You pay the deposit for it, take it, get it properly recycled, and get your 10 cents back and enjoy.
And they have
you
really
know.
much more new facilities.
Yes,
Me and
yes.
Sophia always do recycling, and we went there. I'm just standing there watching the process. I love the watching the process. It's amazing. They should have like go there. That was a great business shout out. Thank you so much. And before we go to the Persian phrase quiz that I have for you, I'm gonna ask Alex if we can have the gifts. So people who are our listener, they know that every time we are asking our guests bring us a gift that we can at the end of each year put that in an auction. So all of these gifts going to the exhibition of the very best, and
Yes.
they are all belongs to the local. We are gonna help with all of this money helping our locals to, thank you so much, to help them in any case that we can.
This is from a local artist here in Miramichi.
Okay. So this is my camera. I'm going to show it to that camera one by one, but you can
Yeah.
talk about them.
Just their own individual beauty. Art is very complicated because we all will see it differently. We will all feel different. We will all comment different. We will, some people might say you held that upside down.
I was guessing here it can be the water, and that's the sunset, and that's the foggy.
The beauty of art.
Yes.
And so, who draw them?
This is from my youngest child,
Oh.
Alexandra. She has done quite a few paintings. She has a book in Amazon that she's selling. Currently working on writing and drawing. She loves that stuff.
Wow.
Painting. So she allowed me to gift this to you, and as she plans to grow herself, that's part of life.
Does she have anything that we can also share on the podcast that can help her, not the career, but her artworks? Any page or something? Or is she doing it for...
Maybe we get that for later.
Yeah.
Yeah, she will be graduating this year, so that's great. She she did a wonderful job. Life is challenging, so to get through that part of life and still have a few side activities is a wonderful thing. So
I love art. It's amazing. It's beautiful. So at the same time, we have a gift for our guest, which is this one is for you. We designed
wow.
this. It can be a memory of the very best for you. You can put it on the wall.
Do you know where this is going?
Yeah, I know.
And the very best thing about this is the bridge. And that's how much the bridge speaks to this city. That it's everywhere.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful.
That's the two things that stand for the Miramichi: the very best and the bridge.
Absolutely.
Obviously.
Thank you very much. This is
Yeah, of
this
course.
is super cool.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm happy for all of these gifts. So they all go to the exhibition. We are keeping them safe, and at the end of each year, we are gonna put them on auction. And I'm hoping people come over and buy them and help back to the we are gonna help back to the community.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is this an auction that will be in the market?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
on the Thursday market.
No. We are
No?
gonna totally organize a separate event for
Okay.
this.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And so, thank you so much for this. Moving to the Persian phrase quiz. We
Yes.
have a very cool word for today. The last one, I don't remember what was the last one for Adam. But for you, I'm gonna give you the Persian phrase in Persian, and I will give you the translated version, but you are gonna tell me what's the meaning behind it.
Okay.
So the first one, this is just only one. خفه خون بگیر.
Hafahun begir.
خفه خون بگیر.
Hafahun begir.
Yeah, that's it. I don't know. I think in English, the first word that I said is hard for people to pronounce. It's coming with KH. خ.
Okay.
خفه خون بگیر. But you did a good pronunciation. That's
I
good.
tried.
Yeah. So the translated version is choke on your blood.
Hmm.
What do you think that means?
Wow.
Choke.
You know, we can do
Sorry,
them.
choke on your blood.
Choke on your blood. Deceiving will always find a way back.
No, that was so like with the that was I don't know poetic, but I'm gonna tell you the translated version. The meaning behind it means you talk too much and you talk. Sorry, apologize for my language. You talk a lot of bullshit and then you talk a lot of weird stuff and then you say خفه خون بگیر. It's like
Yeah.
shut the fuck up.
You're deceiving.
Yeah. Yeah, but that was a cool one I found out. And there is like a Iranian podcaster also. Her name is Nazanin Noor. She's doing this. I think she's living in Los Angeles or Las Vegas. I don't remember. But she's doing this. They call it Persian pop quiz and asking this question and the way that the people pronounce it. It's so also entertaining and so interesting for my audience in Iran if they are watching it to see how people pronounce it
Yes,
and react to
yes.
the meaning behind it. And this was our 6th episode and you were our 6th guest. And Brian, do you think is it your lucky number 2 or not?
It will be.
Yeah.
You know, my other numbers haven't worked so far. so maybe it's time for a new number.
Yeah, maybe. So people should really watch that 6th episode. I hope it's gonna be our lucky number to have a lot of views. And please, if you want to subscribe us and watch later episodes, that would be great for us. Like and comment, share your ideas, and also there's a lot of ways that you guys can support us. We have a great team: Alex, Mahdi Javadi, and Sophia, Jonathan. They are most of the time helping us to make this project happen. And absolutely, we always need support of our community in either way that they can. We have a great sponsor, City of Miramichi and the Rot Hotel, by helping us making this project happen. Without them, for sure, wouldn't happen. Without our volunteers, wouldn't happen at all. And so support us, help us to make this going. This is another need of Miramichi, I think.
Yes.
That we can entertain people.
Absolutely.
Have the experience of guests like you and others.
Thank you very, very much. I could not be luckier.
Oh, yeah. Do you have any last statement you can share with your audience? That's your camera or?
Last statement, keep your emotions out of it and just smile. The rest falls into place.
You're so poetic.
Brian's wisdom.
Thank you so much, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this show. See you to the next episode. The very best. Cool.